Cobra Kai was absolute cinema, and you can't tell me different. Now, before you start typing in the comments, flaming this show, I know. This show is awkward, it's a little cringe.
Damn, he is so hot.
Okay, maybe a little bit more than a little, but it still has its moments.
Everything all right?
We're all gonna die, kid! We're all gonna die!
Plus, I was about 16, 17 when this came out, so I thought it was a cool concept. They're bringing back Karate Kid. Who doesn't love the Karate Kids? Okay, maybe not all of them, but there are good ones like Jackie Chan, Jaden Smith, fucking LaRusso, Lawrence. I grew up watching those movies, so I was like, sign me up, sign me up. And even through its sometimes wacky scenes, I stuck with it. And I do not regret it. Because season 6 was fire, okay? It was gas. Okay, I see now gas might be a little excessive, but it was good, especially part 3. And I know I said spoilers at the beginning, but there's 3 things I want to talk about. And I have to start it off with that man, Johnny Lawrence. Because you have no idea how good Tim Duncan was! My guy went against Cole Young himself. If you don't get that reference, it's from the old Mortal Kombat movie. Not old, but not many people liked it, so I'm saying old because it was kind of irrelevant. But moving on. This dude was a problem, okay? You know, he was out here abusing kids and hitting moves like Iron Fist. He was a problem. The man won like 3 Sekai Tekais. Like, he was him. But you know, Johnny went out there and packed him up. And I actually thought the fight was pretty interesting. I thought it was cool. You know, I feel like we clown the choreography a lot, but I thought it was a decent fight. I also really liked the scenes with him and Kreese. I think it was cool for his character. There was a lot of character development in there for Kreese and Johnny. Cause it's like, you're used to seeing Kreese always be the villain, you know? Always in the background, always in the shadows, as they say. And you're used to Johnny always being like the hard ass, no mercy, be tough. And you know, it showed another side of them, especially for Kreese. I didn't expect that. I thought they were going to drag out him being a villain. But no, they gave him a redemption I think he deserved. Like, he just really had a bad perspective on life. Like, bro was in the army and shit, so he was just molded different. Which leads me to my next point, and I don't know how nobody's talking about this. That man Kreese blew himself up for a kid's karate match. Straight up. Like, I take back any bad thing I've said about Kreese.
You're not the guy to make the sacrifice play.
I'd go as far as to say that Kreese holds the willpower of Cobra Kai himself. Like, bro will die for this shit. Like, bro survived actual war to die for a kid's tournament. And they still tell you that Mr. Miyagi is still the greatest to ever do it. Get the fuck out of here. Now for this next point, I want you to hear me out. Just hear me out on this one. I give full respect to how they ended the series with Johnny with the final fight. I'm not putting anything against him. I wouldn't win it any other way. But because Daniel be getting so much hate, I have one thing to say. I truly believe Sensei Wolf wouldn't have had more than 1 point on Daniel. And I know that might be crazy, but hear me out. Daniel by far has better defense than Johnny does. And I think his offensive technique might edge Johnny a little bit. And I only say this because you guys remember the time that Daniel pulled up on Kreese?
You sent them to my house!
This was inevitable.
He hit him with that tech and shit and turned his whole remote off. And correct me if I'm wrong, but like, we never see him do this again. Like, it's wild. So yes, 100%. Sensei Wolf can keep the whole. I'm putting all my money on that boy Danny not getting touched. And mind you, he didn't even do the last move. That final move sends you straight to the pearly gates. Sensei Wolf isn't making it. And that's where I'm going to end the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this at least made you laugh a few times. I could say more, like rest in peace, my boy Quan, but I'm going to just leave it at that for right now. But if you're new to the channel, I'm going to try to do a lot more of these. I'm pretty new myself. I do have some other gameplay videos, Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, if you want to go check those out on my channel. But you guys be smooth, and I will see you in the next one.